let's dive in, I guess, Scott. We're going to look at a tale of a blaxploitation star who I know entirely through Red Letter Media videos.
Yes, much the same myself. Film, of course, is Dolemite Is My Name. Just to point out, that's the title of the film. My name is not Dolemite, as we've just established. My name is Scott. Yeah, so Eddie Murphy stars as Rudy Ray Moore in this biopic of the comedian, starting off from his days as a struggling MC and record shop worker, whose career takes off once he inhabits the character of Dolemite, an obscene, rhyme-spewing, no-guff-taking pimp based on the stories the local homeless folks told to amuse each other. Betting on himself when no one else was going to, he puts out an X-rated album of his own material, selling it from the back of his car, making enough of a success for a record company to put it out more widely, and repeating that success with subsequent albums. However, that's not enough for Moore to be content with, sensing a huge untapped market for comedy films aimed at African Americans, and again bets everything he has, and more, on producing a Dolemite film, despite having no experience of film production or contacts in the industry, apart from a chance meeting with Wesley Snipes' D'Urville Martin, already a regular in the blaxploitation scene, who directs. Again, there's no takers amongst the studio execs, meaning he's forced to put this out cinema by cinema, touring the cities with it, until it garners enough success for the studio system to reconsider the mathematics of the situation. Dolemite would, if Wikipedia to be trusted, make $12 million from its $100,000 budget, and largely ensure that Moore could continue doing what he loves for the people who loved it for the rest of his life. Blaxploitation in general is a subject on our to-do list, but because we've not done it so far, I've only a passing familiarity with the likes of Shaft, and by this point I've probably seen more parodies or homages to blaxploitation films than actual blaxploitation films, which is to say that I knew nothing of Moore's career or act, but having watched Dolemite Is My Name, I'm very much inspired to. Murphy here is excellent, giving the sort of performance you'd expect from the Murphy of 30 years ago, as opposed to his more, let's politely say, patchy recent output. And
awesome, from the last 28 years.
Yes. It's an absolutely captivating turn, and if Moore is half as magnetic, then good times are ahead. Murphy is backed up here by a great supporting cast of Divine Joy Randolph, Keegan Michael Key, Greg Robinson, Titus Burgess, and of course Snipes, and he has produced a very funny film that shows a very entertaining underdog story. Now, it's not going to redefine movie making or anything like that, but it is a really fun film and very easy to recommend.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this. As I said in the introduction, I have no familiarity with this at all beyond, well, for the longest time it was just a clip from the original Dolemite film of Rudy Ray Moore saying, "Betcha you for real," that's come up in an episode of Best of the Worst before. And so knew nothing about it, I had no idea really what to expect, but it's thoroughly entertaining, it's really good-hearted. I fear that it may be a wee bit hagiographical. There's not really any particular downside to Rudy Ray Moore, and I mean, maybe that's true, but I'm a little concerned because, just to go back to Red Letter Media, and we actually mentioned them quite a few times in various episodes, but it's because we enjoy them so much, Scott, isn't it? But they did an episode of Best of the Worst recently in which they looked at P.T. Wheatstraw, which is another Rudy Ray Moore film, and it's kind of distasteful in the way it talks about various different people, different problems, like winos and things, and it's all not particularly pleasant. None of which is really in Dolemite Is My Name, so I'm not sure if it's maybe kind of brushing over that a bit, but for the most part it's a very enjoyable film. Certainly Eddie Murphy's portrayal of Moore is really appealing, and when you get to the point to when they've hired Wesley Snipes' character as the director and they move into the Hotel Dunbar, and he just shrugs up and goes, it's so, I guess humble is probably the word, but like there's no pretension about it. It's like, look, my money's at stake, but we don't know what the hell we're doing. We're first time in it. Cut some slack, but we're going to work hard with joy and want to learn. And I kind of appreciated that. I mean, as far as Dolemite Is My Name is concerned, that makes him a very appealing character. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's really funny. It's warm-hearted. It's interesting because I've got so little familiarity with blaxploitation, so I'm seeing a wee bit of that, I guess. It's nice to see Wesley Snipes back and doing some really good acting. We talked on our Wesley Snipes episode recently that we hadn't seen, I think any of us had seen any of his stuff post-release from prison.
Yes, exactly.
It's generally considered to be awful. This would appear to be one of the first chances he's had to actually do something good again.
Yes.
Or bear like it's a very minor role in one of the Expendables films, I think. I haven't seen him since then. So that's good. And you made a comment at the beginning of your review, Scott, that I was thinking of too. It's like, I remember saying at some point during our run as the One-Liner podcast that I had been saying so long, do you remember when Eddie Murphy could act?
Yes.
I'd been saying that for so long to the point where I'd actually been saying that longer than any time Eddie Murphy could actually act during. But it's nice to be reminded that, actually.
Yeah. When he's trying.
He's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
When he's given decent material. And it's not, the clumps or something. Or what was that other terrible one? Dave? Or Meat Dave, I think.
That's one of them, yes.
Kind of like the numbskulls.
Pluto and Ash.
So, yes, it's nice to see that. It's just, everybody in it is just so entertaining.
Yeah.
A couple of nice wee cameos too, like Bob Odenkirk. It was good to see him pop up and stuff.
Yeah.
Just thoroughly entertaining film.
Chris Rock shows up playing Chris Rock. Well, not technically, but I mean...
may as well be.
Pleasantly surprised, like yourself, didn't really have much in the way of knowledge about anything to do with it going into it, and it's probably one of the most entertaining films I've seen all year. Certainly up there among the top, so yeah.
It's up there, but it's not flawless. It's not going to be like the best film of all time, but in terms of simply being very, very entertaining, and I went in with not just no preconceptions, no knowledge at all, basically.
Yes.
It was largely, Craig said he'd watched it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it too then. It's like, oh, this is good. That's lovely. It's kind of nice to be surprised in that way.
Yes.
So certainly I would recommend it. It's fun. Because I was thinking back to, again, like you said, Scott, like to blaxploitation stuff, being like more familiar with parodies than anything else. It's like things like Undercover Brother and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
At least this is a bit closer to the real stuff before we actually tackle one of our episodes.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably a better primer, I think.